Welcome back, guys, to another Babbling beer review here on a Friday evening. As we say, like to do on a Friday, end of the week and all that, nice time to do it. Getting a lot colder, a lot colder down here in Cornwall today. I think most of the bottom half of the country has had heavy downpours of rain in the last sort of 12-24 hours. So the sort of length of time by the time I finishes tonight at 9 o'clock. Still got the back end of me cold, but thankfully it's clearing up now. Just that last lingering bit. It wasn't COVID, but it's very nasty if you get it. It's just cough and a cold and just seems to linger about. So we'll kill it off with the alcohol. So tonight, what I'm going to do is I've never tried this this stout before. It's from St Austell. It's proper black from St Austell. Black IPA, bottle condition. I say it's a stout. It is a stout, isn't it? It's a black IPA, I suppose. Yeah, as black as stout, but close your eyes and it tastes like an IPA. So stout / IPA. But I thought I'd have it alongside a Guinness, just to have a bit of a battle off. Obviously, we know Guinness being the king of stouts, and yeah, I just thought, why not compare the two? I mean, the only thing is, there's a bit of a disadvantage because Guinness is 4.1%. It's a 440ml multi-pack can, and the proper black, I paid a couple of quid from it. I don't remember what supermarket it was from. You can get it in several Asda's, Tesco's do it. I think the Sainsbury's do it. A couple of quid a bottle. This is a 6%er. 6%, 500ml, so a bit more in the bottle here than the can. Obviously, straight away we're going to have a bit of a how do we say it, head start, I suppose, for the proper black, in the sense that it's bottle conditioned, so it's in a bottle. You ain't hopefully get that tinny taste, and two, it's a 6%er. So we'll give it a whirl. What I'm going to do, I'm going to surge the Guinness with my little hack. I'm going to get it in the surger, and then we'll see. You know, we'll see. Babbling Beers, just to give it a bit more of a you know, pub-like quality. Hopefully lose that tinniness that's in there. I mean, it works pretty well actually in general when I surge them, so it gives it much more of a creamier pint. So I'm going to get that surger set up and get that done, and then I'll come back to you, and we'll get the lid off of the proper black, get it pulled out to match the, you know, I'll pour the Guinness up, and then we'll have a look and see which one's better. Right, stay tuned. I'm back in a sec. So I'll come out quickly. For those of you have got a Guinness surger, or the little surger devices that you can use, many of you might know this hack, but for those of you who don't, Guinness surger cans cost a small fortune, but you can just use your general bog standard Guinness can. The little trick is that in the top of the can, where the ring pull is there, to pierce a little hole with I use a fine pin, a little tack, and leave it sitting for a couple of minutes and let the air escape from the can. All right, and then once that's done, pour it out into your pint glass you're going to use. I mean, it's obviously only a 440 we said, didn't we? So it's a smaller. You know, it looks as flat as it comes, doesn't it? You know. And then we take that and we stick it on our surging machine, and we press our little surger button, and voila, the magic happens. And there we have it, a surged Guinness, at a fraction of the cost of doing it if you did, you know, if you bought the can, and I'm pretty much sure the same sort of result. So far cheaper, and as you can see, doing the same job. Let's put that lovely nice creaminess back into our Guinness pint. All right, so little hack there for that. So we'll let that one settle out, and we'll get our trusty Babbling Beer Reviews, our trusty Bays bottle opener, and we will open our proper black. This one here I've never had this, so I don't know what it tastes like. As black as stout as it says, but close your eyes and this beer tastes like a classic IPA. Powerful hops dominate the restrained chocolate and coffee notes from the roasted malt. So, and it's a 6 so it sounds quite nice. So I'm hoping it tastes as nice as it sounds. I'll just turn my heater off a minute. Had the fire on. Getting colder nights coming in now. So it's a nice store. I did Menadoo. I mean, I was going to do a Menadoo / Guinness stout off, which I think is probably a more closer comparison because the percentages are very similar in ABV, so it'd be more of a fairer fight. So maybe that'll happen down the road a little while. I don't know. We'll see. But I just thought proper black. Not had it. Let's try it alongside a Guinness and a bit of a stout off of these two. So St Austell Breweries, obviously been around for many years now. I've done a couple of their beer reviews, a couple of Babbling beer reviews, a couple of different bits on the channel here. So yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, well worth checking out their beers if you're down this way. Obviously Tribute, you know, being one of their main ones. Proper Job, that's a nice one. Obviously their Menadoo stout, and then this one, this proper black. So yeah, let's have a little look and see what we think to it. See what we'll make out of it. I should have done the Snapchat filter, shouldn't I? Put on the Pirates. No, I shouldn't have done. Babbling beer reviews. Proper black. Good old Cornish. Not black down the mines. Well, those tin mines here, not coal. So obviously you've got your nice St Austell bottle cap for bottle cap collectors out there. So we all know what pretty much a Guinness tastes like, don't we? Most of us out there had a Guinness, so I won't delve much into smells and that of Guinness because we know. But yeah, nice. That's settled out nice anyway. The Guinness, as you can see, look, nice creamy on there, nice and thick. Oh, that's a nice IPA sort of smell. Actually, it does say it's an IPA, but that's nice roasted IPA smell. Very nice. Proper black. Let's give it a whirl. Let's get in the glass and see. The pour, guys, the pour. Yeah, nice and black. Darker head on the pint. Oh yeah, proper dark. Oh, it's gonna overflow. Look. Oh, sorry, I said it. Oh, look at the head on that. Look, terrible at pouring. Absolutely awful. I mean, that's just me. Shocking. I need the pourer. That's what I need. You know, indoors. Yeah. That's got a terrible pint, that is. You can't pour it only take your knife, can you? No, dear. You do everything right, don't you? Everything's perfect. It's a nice fruity sort of IPA smell coming from that more than anything else. I say roasted, but it's got a fruity sort of smell with a roasted note in the back. Darker head, much darker than the Guinness straight away. I mean, both as black as they come. I mean, if anything, I'd say it probably looks a bit more denser than the Guinness at the moment. If you can see on there, look, real dark, and yet the Guinness, I suppose to you guys, and it probably looks about the same, but actually in the light, I don't know if you can see there, my hand's in the way, isn't it? There's more of a reddiness coming through on the, I can't see, which way is it that way around? More reddiness on the Guinness there at the bottom. That looks a lot heavier. You can see the heavier notes in there. Look, right at the very bottom there's a bit of redness, but I would say on comparison that looks a bit denser straight off the bat. So obviously a much darker head on the Guinness, and also sort of more frothier looking head on the proper Job, not the Guinness, sorry. The Guinness is very smooth looking. The head on the Guinness is very smooth. So, and obviously very creamy looking. looks very beery frothed. I'll try and get as much as we can in there. Oh yeah, look. Do you want a flake in that, love? Do you want a flake? We'll get our last bit in a minute. So, proper black. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? Obviously we know what the Guinness is like. Strange combination of flavours, but very nice. Roasty chocolatey malts with a sort of almost like a citrusy hoppy taste in there. That roastiness, just as you know, the follow-through on the back there, when you finish it and you get that taste, you just get a little bit of roastiness, but a nice sort of sweet fruitiness there. It's very confusing. It is like drinking an IPA, a nice sort of touch of citrus in there, with a bit of roastiness at the back. Very nice. Definitely not a fair matchup, I don't think, between the proper job and the Guinness, really. Just by drinking that and then having a bit of Guinness alongside. Obviously, with your Guinness, your nice dark malted roasty flavours there, isn't there? You know what, a Guinness, but very smooth and very creamy. Straight away, so smoothness is what cuts through a Guinness for me. Dark, but that nice creamy goes down very easy. Smoothness. The proper black, that's a nice coarse, roasty, citrusy. And obviously you can't see in there, I mean, as I say, it's dense, but there's a slight carbonated, a carbonated sort of taste there. You know, it's not overpowering. It's what I suppose you expect to get that in a, you know, what did you get in a nice bottled IPA, a hoppy sort of IPA. Definitely more of a, it's confused. It's definitely more, I mean, it looks like a Guinness, doesn't it? But obviously that colour, I mean, it's as black as it comes. It's a bit like when I looked at the Grim Reaper. That was a nice dark ale. So I suppose proper black it's a black IPA, bottle condition. So it's not a stout. It is an IPA, black IPA, which is strange. So I suppose that pretty much defuncts our test. I mean, if I'd happily sit and drink them as a nice sessionable sort of dark IPA for an evening. I could have 7 of them. That's very nice. The Guinness, I suppose, as I said, the closer the comparison would be to Menadoo. I would put Menadoo in the same category as a Guinness, to be fair. That being their stout. Yeah, them sort of roasted coffee notes. You know, that smooth creaminess of a Guinness. You can't, you know, it's unmistakable, isn't it? It's one of them flavours. So would we say which one wins? Well, it's a difficult one. I can't really say anyone wins any right there, because if that was up against a Menadoo from St Austell, you could closely compare. But like if you had a Brewdog Black Art, it's a stout. It's aimed at being a knockoff, I suppose, of the original, isn't it? It's yeah. The only thing really they've got in common is the colour, for me, because that is like just a nice dark, full flavoured IPA. Nice, a nice sort of full-bodied, I suppose. A medium to full on the mouthfeel, you know. It's yeah, really quite nice. But yeah, you can't. I suppose you can't compare it. It's something in its own. That sits in its own right. So yeah, what would I? It's not even a stout off. It's a not even a comparison, really. I suppose if I was to go out, it's like two different drinks. They look alike but completely different in flavour. So yeah, we'll reserve on that. We'll some down the road there, Babbling Beer Reviews. I shall do, I think, a Menadoo versus Guinness, because that will give us a true sort of, you know, that's where, you know, we'll know the difference. This proper black is a drink in its own right, and very nice. So I can't compare to, because I would like them both in equal measure, but in a different session. Do you know, I'm drinking Guinness and drinking that. I wouldn't sit down and go, yeah, that's a replacement for Guinness, or that would be a replacement for proper black, because they both stand in their own right. So I'm not going to say there's no winner there, because, as I said, they're both heavy hitters, if you want, in their own right. Guinness obviously being right up there with their points. So, you know, always is floating around the top, and you know, Guinness is the best. But proper black, I'm rating that just as what it is, as a black IPA, bottle conditioned, almost like a stout, but as it says in the bottle, it looks stouty, but it's a nice dark IPA. And a very nice one on a cold night like this, on a winter's night. Well, it's nice winter. We're moving to that sort of period of darker beers, aren't we? So I've got a few coming along shortly. Well, the next couple will be sort of darker ones because of winter being here, and also Halloween. So stay tuned for them couple. Hopefully in the next week I shall get a couple of bags in. I'll get some small tester bags, and obviously they'll come through the beer engine, so that'll be very nice. A spice berry mild, Dave, I'm going to get, so I'm looking forward to trying that one. Not sure on the spice side of it, but good reviews on it that I've seen from when I'm getting it, and we will have a look when we get it. We'll see what we think. So yeah, proper black. I'm going to go straight in with a 9.5. Straight on a 9.5 for that. For what it is, a black IPA, very nice. Do you buy it? Yes. 9.5. Check that out. Proper black. I don't know what I was thinking when I did the Guinness off with proper black. I just thought, I suppose, it was along, excuse me, along the stout sort of lines, but drinking that and having had the Menadoo and the Guinness, you could have a good close comparison in taste. I'm going to drink them either way. Very nice. But yeah, I can't say which one wins, because they winners in their own right. Okay, they're both hitters, both champions in their own right. So yes, get that 9.5 proper black from St Austell Brewery. Well worth checking out. Check it out in the local supermarkets. So yeah, I don't know, have you had it? Put it in the comments if you've had proper black. What do you think to it? Obviously Guinness stout, I mean, you can always put in the comments there, you know, what do you think between the two of them? You know, offset one from the other, you know, one being obviously the stout and one an IPA, but sort of almost bordering, almost crossing over into a stout, but not quite. So yeah, what do you think? Stick in the comments if you've had it. Do you like it? Would you recommend it? I mean, as black as stout, see, but close your eyes and this beer tastes like a classic, which is true. Yeah, I mean, it does. It looks like a stout, but if you didn't look at it, it's a bit like I said about that Stonehenge, that one. You get the green ale, you drink it, you don't look at it, it just tastes like any other ale. And this is a really nice, yeah, IPA. It's lovely. So get it, check it out. And so stay tuned for the next one. I'll be back next week with hopefully a spice berry mould on hand pull. So we'll see what that's like. Whatever you're doing, stay safe. Weather's terrible out there. obviously it's going to get colder, especially down here in Cornwall. I don't know about you guys, wherever you are, but yeah, a bit of wind up, rain, all the joys. I mean, if we had the summer, I wouldn't mind. It'd be nice if we actually had a summer, wouldn't it? You know, apart from that little bit in spring we had. And when they gone about, oh, you know, on record, it's this and it's that. The temperatures are highest. They've been warmest for September and all this. Yeah, all right. But still, I'd sooner live here in England with our weather than a lot of these countries were having these fires and you know, all these wars going on. We are lucky really where we live. Just hope that we don't get this backlash from, you know, the Israel Hamas situation. Obviously in our country we're very diverse, multicultural society now, you know, so fingers crossed, you know, prayers, and all keep safe, keep well out there, and you know, we'll slip away every now and again to the King&Dragon for a Babbling beer review and a nice couple of pints on a cold evening. So anyway, thanks guys for tuning in. Another babbling, waffling evening from me as usual. And I say, see you for the next one. All right, have a good weekend. Take it easy.